all about Kevin Durant. MVP of the league right now. An elite scorer. Kevin Durant is just best scorer in the league right now.
I gotta perfect my craft so I can play with him. I can't stand when somebody discredits like the work, because it's like I actually did that. Like I actually put that in. You know what I'm saying? Don't like take that away.
He's like one of the best dudes that I've been around. You know, like he's up there, like he's just a good dude. Like the dude just want to play basketball, and I always tell people, if you want your life to be changed, go watch KD work out. And I had like my close friend, my god brother, and I brought him to practice. He watched KD work out. After the workout, like you see, like people's eyes get teary, like you know, he just made Michael Jackson or something. He was like, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. I appreciate you. Now he has a son that's like 8 or 9. He got his son doing all types of workouts and drills. I'm like, all right, don't be that dad. But KD was the cause of this. Like KD's 7 feet tall. I don't care what the stat sheet says. He's 7 feet tall, and the way he handles the ball and the way he shoots the ball is like nothing else I've seen. And like you know, I seen Steph shoot, but every time KD shoots, the ball goes in the exact same way every single time. And it's like, that's just a different level. And it's just like, there's nothing you can do. Like, you stand out a chance. And we double teamed in practice one day. This is after All-Star break, when we just trying to get our rhythm back. And me and Draymond are competitors. Like, we trying to win. So the only way we gonna win is if we double team KD. KD was so mad. I'm like, bro, do you not understand what we're trying to tell you? You're that good that I'm like, we got 2 guys who are like elite all time in their defense, and we have to double team you. Like, don't be mad at us, bro. Like, you're that good. Like,
but I think number 1 is KD, man. When I watch him play, it looks way too easy. It's just unbelievable, man.
Because he made this we talk about this with him a lot, but like, how easy it is for him to score, does that ever, even for somebody like you, make you a little bit like envious that he can just do whatever he wants all the time?
I think everybody feels like that, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It just looks too easy. Like, if you see him, you know, you can say everybody can do it, but only he can do it, man. It's just unbelievable the way he scores the ball.
One of my favorite KD memories was playing him in the 2012 NBA Finals. And so I remember, you know, throughout the series, Brown and I would take, times with guarding KD. Just give him some reps, I'll go guard him and vice versa. And I remember one game in Miami, I'm guarding KD. I'm taking every move and everything, every counter he give at me, I'm there. Great defense being played. He go up for the shot, I contest it. I'm talking about, if his wrist is here, I'm right here. Like, perfect contest. And he hits it, and he runs down the court, and very quietly he said, "You too small." Like, it hurt me in a way that I could do nothing but laugh, because it was the truth. I was just too small. It was nothing more I could do. And like he just said it so confidently and quietly, like, "Oh, you too small." I remember that moment, because at that moment, like, I was like, this guy's going to be, he's going to be next level great. You know what I mean? We're in the finals right now. They're down, and he's just being him. He's just hooping. He's doing what he's doing. He's one of the best at it. So to watch him go and win 2 championships, you know, to watch him, you know, go and do the things he's done in the Olympic sports, and to watch him become KD, find himself, however he got there, you love to see it. And so he's definitely one of the greatest ever played this game.
If you don't know anything else about Kevin, you have to know that he absolutely loved basketball. Kevin will watch 10-year-olds play basketball. Like, he absolutely loved basketball. So obviously he's watching the game. So he just called me after the game, and we're sitting there on FaceTime talking about the game.
Every time I played, I always had to guard the big name guy.
Right.
So whether it was Kobe or whoever it was, damn, man. I would say KD the first time that I lined up against him, man. Just because, to me, he's so disrespectful with his game, because he's 7 feet and he can, like, shoot over anybody. You know what I mean? So he'd be like, "Yo, good D." Like, what can you do? He's shooting fadeaways off one leg,
dribbling.
Hey, all you can do is look over at the bench and be like, Nah, I just
guard him.
But Kevin Durant is the most consistent player we have in this game, arguably the best player currently in this game. And I just think he's starting to tune up. JJ knows this. The weather gets a little nicer. It's getting warm outside. This is playoff time, and that's what you're getting right now. KD is turning it up. He's talking trash to people. He's talking trash to fans, getting fined. But all the while, he's still playing great basketball. So I'm excited for him because he never disappoints when it comes to the season or the playoffs.
Who is the toughest guy to defend?
Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Kevin Durant. That was the one that I retired without really having to being able to figure out what it is that how I can stop him.
Why?
When he first came in the league, he was easy to defend because he couldn't go right and shoot. You should kind of shoot across his face. So that was a weakness that he had. Also in the post, he couldn't turn left shoulder. Everything was right shoulder. So that gave me areas that I could shut off. Right? And then he started developing it. And now he can pull up left. He can pull up right. He can shoot the long ball. He has runners, left hand, right hand. Before he had a left hand finish at the rim, I could always send him left, force him all the way to the basket. Even with the advantage of his size, he was still uncomfortable finishing with his left. So I could clamp the right hand and now force him into tough situations. But now he developed that. So then I couldn't really figure out, is this a rhythm thing? I'm trying to count the seconds that he takes to make his moves. When does he make them? At what times in the game? I couldn't really figure out that rhythm yet. So I retired not being able to figure him out.
He does stuff all the time where you're just like, what? How did he just? It's just it's honestly the stuff that's most impressive to me is like the dribble, like pull up mid-range with a hand in his face and just hit it. It's not really like it is like the spin move, like the tough shots like that. That's all tough, but he just is so unaffected by any defender. I have never seen a player be less affected by somebody than Kevin Durant. And when he was doing that, it was just kind of like I was just trying to figure out ways to like support him in a way because I knew he was tired. And he was just like doing that. So like in that when he hit that shot, I was like sprinting baseline in case, and I had fouled out, but I wish I had still been in for that second shot. So I was gonna do the same thing. Yeah. When he hit that shot, as I just sprinted by him, like hoping that like if he missed, like I was down there for it. So that was like kind of like how I tried to like support him in that moment. But you kind of just give it to him. And then you try to move around a little bit so that the other guys don't just double team him.
So it kind of looks like you're doing something.
Yeah, it's a fake hustle. It's the best way to describe it.
You knock him down, you say something to him as you're walking away, and eventually you guys are in each other's faces, just talking trash to each other. And there is a little bit of history to this as well, because he had waved you off the court earlier in the season. Then you waved him off the court when you beat them in the next game. You're clearly a sicko who holds on to everything.
Yeah.
In that particular moment, what was the thing you said to him when he was on the ground that got him going?
I answered that just like you said. I don't forget anything. I still remember Giannis sitting on our court a couple of years ago, so got to get them back for it in the playoffs. But going back to this clip, obviously the history of, he waved me the first game that beat us in Brooklyn, and, the second game, I had to, we beat them, so I had to, tell them to get